Yes, my friends, it is time to talk about some more disgusting Christians. Christians who want to ruin the lives of women. I tell you what, I will never get tired of making these videos because I feel that these idiots need to be exposed, plain and simple. As many people as possible have to be aware of these Christians and the damage that they are causing in society, and that is how I feel. Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here, coming at you with another interesting video today. We have another problem here, guys. We have Christians in Kentucky that want to treat women like criminals. They are basically trying to pass laws that are specifically designed to take a woman's right to choose away from her when it comes to her own body. If these laws are passed and some women are caught getting an abortion, they are going to get treated like vile criminals. There are so many things wrong with this. Here, let me share some of this information with you guys. Republicans, now in control of the Kentucky legislature, work to criminalize abortion in yet another example of the Republican war on women. GOP legislators in Kentucky are moving to radically restrict reproductive freedom for women. The Courier-Journal reports a 20-week abortion ban is one of the first 11 bills being considered by the GOP-controlled legislature. Common Dreams reports the new legislation that would ban abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy passed out of committee late Wednesday afternoon. Ohio Governor John Kasich signed a similar restriction into law last month. Another measure, HB 2, requires doctors to show women seeking an abortion an ultrasound image of their fetus before the procedure takes place. That measure was also passed out of committee 14 to 5 on Wednesday afternoon. The Hill reports that a third piece of proposed legislation in Kentucky would block public funding of organizations that perform abortions such as Planned Parenthood, despite a recent federal order that forbids states from doing just that. ACLU of Kentucky spokesperson Amber Duke told the Courier-Journal the new legislation poses a serious threat to women's reproductive freedom. Legislation about bans like this pose a serious threat because they ignore women's health needs in individual circumstances. We believe that women deserve dignity and should have the right to make personal and private medical decisions without interference from politicians. Perhaps most alarming is the open disdain and blatant disrespect Kentucky Republicans show for women. For example, Kentucky Senate President Robert Stivers recently made the outrageous claim that the only reproductive choice women have is to conceive or not conceive. This is my belief. There are two viable human beings involved. One had a choice early on to make a decision to conceive or not. Once conception starts, another life is involved, and the legislature has the ability to determine how that life proceeds. I am sorry, guys, but I had to share pretty much all of this garbage. This shit soup that these morally bankrupt Christians are creating, if you will. Nothing good is going to come out of this. What pisses me off the most about all of this is the fact that this shit is spreading all over the country. This is what happens when we have nothing but bigoted Christian Republicans running this country. They are going to start ripping apart everything that has been built over the years. This Christian, this Robert Stivers, is a disgusting human being that thinks that he has the moral high ground on this one. To be honest, he has nothing. Mr. Stivers and a lot of his fellow Christians have this religious propaganda that they want to push forth on other people, and they don't care about anyone else and how they feel. That is fucking sad. Women, I am going to take away your rights, and there is nothing that you can do about it. In fact, you are going to like it. That is your only option. That is basically what he and other Christians like him are saying here. Now, let me ask you a question, Mr. Stivers. Do you want a significant amount of deaths on your hands? I ask this question because this is exactly what is going to happen when these new laws pass. I want you to know that, Mr. Stivers. If they pass, women are going to have nothing left in the end, and it is only going to put them in a position where they have to risk their lives just to obtain their rights as Americans. To me, that is just fucking sad, and as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that you morally bankrupt Christians have achieved here is showing people how bigoted and intolerant you really are. That's it. Christians like this Stivers want a theocracy. That is their ultimate goal here. I have talked about this many times. They are not going to stop until they have taken all of the rights in their entirety away from American women. There are times when I wish that the shoe was on the other foot, so that these bigoted and delusional Christians can see what they put women through. This is what this morally bankrupt religion known as Christianity is doing. It is ripping this country apart, piece by piece. They even want to take money away from Planned Parenthood, with every intention of destroying it. Planned Parenthood is something that women need. These delusional Christians don't care though. Before I go, guys, I have one request. Please share this with as many people as possible. I would like that very much. This bullshit created by these Christians has to stop, one way or the other. This is what these Christian Republicans have been wanting: control. They finally have it for at least 4 years, and they are going to rip this country apart. Sharing their bigotry and hatred for women is only the beginning.